Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Girl, grab your wine because I have the most insane, heartwarming tea from work today. You know my store isn't just some dusty thrift bin. We are a charity store with standards. We get donors pulling up in Range Rovers dropping off stuff that costs more than my life's savings. So, a few months ago, we got this donation that had management buzzing. It was a gorgeous set of Brandt furniture nesting tables. Solid wood, beautiful finish. The kind of furniture that screams, my grandmother had a sitting room children weren't allowed to enter. Management thinks they're on Antiques Roadshow, so they look them up and find similar sets selling for over $1,200. Naturally, they price them at $600. I know, it sounds like a lot for used furniture, but for mint condition Brandt, it's fair. But honestly, pricing things that high in a thrift shop is a gamble. People would look at the tag and scoff loud enough for me to hear, 600. Are they crazy? But here's the thing, the tables didn't sell. They just sat there for weeks, gathering metaphorical dust. Finally, this week, they hit the 50% off color tag. Now they're $300. I'm thinking, surely someone is going to snatch these up. Then on a slow Tuesday afternoon, this woman walks in. She's just killing time, wandering around. But then she stops dead in front of the Brandt nesting tables. Usually, people look for the price tag and run. But she just stood there, staring with an intensity that was uncomfortable to watch. I'm thinking, is she seeing a ghost? So this woman is staring at these expensive nesting tables in my store like she's seeing a ghost. She reaches out and runs her hand over the top of the smallest table. It wasn't like a shopper checking for scratches. It was a tender gesture, like greeting an old friend. She grabs the price tag, walks over to me at the counter, looks me dead in the eye with shaking hands, and says, "I'd like to buy these back." Blinked. "Excuse me, you want to buy them?" She shakes her head, eyes glassy, and says, "No, I want to buy them asterisk back. I donated these tables." Girl, my jaw hit the floor. She started talking like the floodgates opened. Turns out, these tables belonged to her mother who passed away a few months ago. You know the chaos of grief. You just want to clear the space because looking at the objects hurts too much. She was in a frenzy, packing boxes and calling donation trucks to sell the house. She remembered loading these tables and feeling a twinge of regret, but she was so overwhelmed she let them go. But then, the regret set in. For 2 months, she's been waking up at night thinking about these tables, feeling like she had thrown away a piece of her mom. She felt guilty and stupid, assuming they were gone forever. She just happened to drive by today and felt a pull to come in. She said seeing them there felt like a sign from the universe. I'm literally tearing up at the register. I am standing at the register, listening to this woman explain that the antique tables sitting on our floor for months were actually her dead mother's, and she donated them by mistake during her grief. She told me she felt a pull to come in today, and seeing them still there felt like a sign from her mom. I'm literally like, "Ma'am, please don't cry because if you cry, I'm going to ugly cry right here and ruin my mascara." She was ready to whip out her card and pay whatever the tag said. She hadn't even looked at the discount color. She thought she was about to drop $600 to get her mom's tables back, and you could tell she didn't care. She would have paid double just to fix her mistake and get that piece of her mother back. But this is the best part. This is where I got to be the fairy godmother of retail. I looked at the tag, then I looked at the calendar on the wall, and I smiled at her. I said, "Well, it's your lucky day in more ways than one. First of all, the universe definitely wanted you to have these back because nobody else bought them. And second, check the tag color." She looked confused. I said, "Blue tags are 50% off this week. The price isn't $600, it's $300. Her face changed from relief to shock, but I wasn't done yet. I asked, "Wait, are you in our rewards system?" She nodded, sniffing. "I think so. I've donated a lot." So this woman is buying back her late mother's tables that she donated by mistake. I just told her they were 50% off, but then I punched in her phone number. Because she had donated her entire mother's estate to us, she had racked up a ton of points. I looked at the screen and said, "Honey, you have $50 in store rewards credit sitting here." She gasped. I did the math. $300 sale price, minus the $50 reward. Your total, I told her, is $274. You should have seen her. She looked like a weight had been lifted. She was thrilled about the deal, but mostly just happy the tables were asterisk their asterisk. She kept saying, I can't believe they waited for me. She even said she was happy to pay for them because the money goes to charity, so it felt right. We helped load them into her car, and she was touching the wood the whole way out the door. It was so pure. Working retail usually drains my soul with rude customers and capitalism, but moments like this is the good stuff. It was such a full circle moment. She got her closure, the charity got the money, and those Brant tables went home to the one person who will cherish them. I'm telling you, if ghosts exist, her mom was guarding those tables for 2 months, tripping anyone who tried to buy them until her daughter came back. So yeah, I'm emotionally exhausted. Pass the wine.